Good morning. Previous video I mentioned about naming of carboxylic acid. In this video I am going to discuss about type of hybridization of the carbonyl carbon, then preparation of aldehydes. There are different methods to prepare the aldehydes. So first we'll see what is the hybridization of carbonyl carbon. See here. This is the representation of carbonyl group. C double bond O, and this side alkyl group, this side alkyl group, it becomes ketone, hydrogen, R, then aldehyde, or hydrogen and hydrogen aldehyde. OH is that carboxylic acid. CO, there is a double bond. Carbon is having a double bonded oxygen there. Means it is sp2 hybridized. What is the method? See, number of hybridized orbital is equal to number of lone pair of electrons plus number of sigma bonds. So in this carbon there is no lone pair of electron, so lone pair of electron is 0, and sigma bond 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. So 3 sigma bonds are there, means 3. Number of hybridized orbital is 3, which is given by sp2 hybridization. When the sp2 hybridization is there, it is planar in nature. Means the geometry is planar and the bond angle is 120 degree. Note of this can be asked. What is the geometry of carbonyl compound? Say it is an aldehyde, ketone, then it is a planar geometry. A square planar geometry or which one? Planar geometry, don't write square planar. Square planar will be there when dsp2 hybridization is there. So it is planar geometry. Okay, so this is the hybridization. Now, preparations. See, when I go for the preparations, first we'll see from alkene. From the alkene, through the ozonolysis reaction, I can get it. See, by ozonolysis. CO, RCH, double bond CH2, alkene. You treat with the ozone, I get triozonide, RCHOCH, then O. Alkane triozonide will be obtained. Now what you do is, you go for hydrolysis of it in presence of zinc, CO. What I obtain will be I get RCHO. Then you see HCHO along with hydrogen peroxide. And remember here, why we use the zinc? See, hydrogen peroxide is a good oxidizing agent. What they can do is, they can convert this RCHO into RCOOH. Means oxidation of the aldehyde can take place, even this aldehyde also. But when you use the zinc, what happens there? Zinc reacts with the H2O2, converted into zinc oxide and the water. The strong oxidizing agent hydrogen peroxide is converted into water. Means these aldehyde form. Some other cases it may be a ketone formation also, will not get oxidized. Means aldehyde remains as the aldehyde, ketone remains as a ketone. To have this, we are using the zinc over there. Competitive exam question can be there. During the ozonolysis, zinc is used to convert the hydrogen peroxide into water, so that oxidation of the aldehyde or the ketone are suppressed. They may give the full such statement, or they may say to suppress the conversion of aldehyde ketones. So important concept here. You should know these things. Annual exam point of view, you can leave this. Now we'll see some examples. Flushed alkene, CHH double bond CHH. Treat with the ozone. I am going to get HCHO OCHH. Ethane triozonide. Now you treat with the H3O plus, means hydrolysis you go for water H plus, acid hydrolysis in presence of a zinc. CO. This bond breaks. So I am going to get HCH double bond O, this part, plus CHH double bond O, this part. See, from this ozonolysis reaction, I can get even ketone also. And remember here, if a symmetrical alkenes are there, I am going to get only one type of aldehyde. You see, this is formaldehyde, this is also formaldehyde. I am not going to get a mixture of aldehyde if symmetrical alkene is there. What is symmetrical alkene? Across the double bond, same number of carbons should be there either side. So one carbon, this side also one carbon. Say one side 2 carbon is there, another side only 1 carbon is there. It is unsymmetrical alkene. Then I am going to get mixture of aldehyde also, provided there should not be any substitutions over there. If higher alkenes are there and a substitution is there, I will end with a ketone also. Now take this example. Now it's your side product is zinc oxide. Take this example now. CH3 CH double bond CH2. Propene. treat with the ozone, I am going to get CH3COCOOH. Propane triozonide. Now, hydrolysis with the H3O plus means acid hydrolysis in presence of zinc. CO. What am I going to get? The CO. CH3CHO. CH3CHO. One thing. Plus other side. HCOH. HCHO. Means I am going to get a mixture of aldehyde now. Rather than getting a same aldehydes, I am going to get a mixture. Along with the side product ZNO plus water. Now, so I got acetaldehyde as well as the formaldehyde. Now, take this example now. CH3 double bond CH. What is this? 2-methyl propene. 2-methyl prop, 1 is propene. So treat with the ozone. I am going to get here CH3 O, then H and the H. Ozonide I got. Now hydrolysis with the water in presence of an acid. H3O plus in presence of zinc. What I am going to get now? Tell me. I am going to get CH3 double bond O from this part. I got a ketone, acetone. Along with this part, HCHO, formaldehyde, zinc oxide, and the water molecules. Now, if I take a substitution here also, CH3, along with your CH3, then what happens there? This becomes CH3, this also becomes CH3, then this becomes CH3, this becomes CH3. Means I am going to get only the ketone also. Again, if this is increased, this carbon chain is increased, I may get a mixture of ketone also. This is how to get aldehyde or ketone through ozonolysis. From alkene. Now, this concept is not there for annual exam. If I have a triple bonded compound or C triple bond CH, you treat with the ozone. What I am going to get? RCCOO. Now you hydrolyze it. This bond breaks over there. H3O plus in presence of zinc. I am going to get RC double bond O C double bond O H. See, one side only the CH is there, means it is a 1YNE. Then I am going to get oxo substituted, means the ketone substituted aldehyde. See, terminal carbon, there is a triple bond. So I am going to get a oxo, 2-oxo, then aldehyde. See you. Take this example now. Just see this. CH, triple bond CH. Terminal carbon, there is a triple bond. Plus ozone gives CH, O, C, O, O, H. Hydrolysis, H3O plus zinc. I am going to get CH double bond O, H, not H, C double bond O, H. I am going to get a dial. Ethylene glycol it is. Now, if I go for this is J or NEET question only, not for annual. CH3, C triple bond CH plus O3. I am going to get CH3, C, O, C, O, O, H. Hydrolysis, I am going to get CH3, C double bond O, CHO. 2-oxopropanol. 2-oxopropanol. Aldehyde and the ketonic group, aldehyde has the more importance, higher priority order, so it is called as an aldehyde only. This ketonic group acts as a substitution. Say, non-terminal alkynes are there. Non-terminal carbon triple bonds are there, you see, like CH3, CH2, C, triple bond C, CH3. Here, this triple bond is not there on the terminal carbon. So, if I go for the ozonolysis, what is the product? Just here, CH3, CH2, C, I get a ozonide. So, O, C, O, O, then I have CH3. Now we go for the hydrolysis of it. Just here, on hydrolysis, I get a diketone. CH3, CH2, just here, CH2, then C double bond O. Again here, C double bond O, CH3, which is a diketone. So, when alkenes are subjected for ozonolysis, I am going to get either aldehyde or a ketone. If alkynes are subjected for ozonolysis followed by hydrolysis, I am going to get either dialdehyde, diketone or oxo keto substituted aldehyde also. But reactions of alkynes with the ozone is that for competitive exams only, not for annual exam. Now, next one is from alcohols. See, ROH, which is a primary alcohol. What you do is you treat with copper or silver, 573 Kelvin, you have heat it. I am going to get RCHO. Oxidation of alcohol takes place and gives aldehyde. Please remember, when you use the copper or the silver, reaction ends with aldehyde stage if I take primary alcohol. Say RCOHR. What is this? Secondary alcohol. If I heat it with copper at 573 Kelvin, I am going to end with RCOR, a ketone. Okay, removal of hydrogen is oxidation. And these temperatures also important only. You have to measure these temperatures. You should know this. Plus H2. So I am going to get a aldehyde if primary alcohol is there. I am going to get ketone if secondary alcohol is there. For the tertiary alcohol undergoes dehydration and alkene will be the product rather than alcohols. This one you studied in alcohol chapter also. Important only. Now, CO. CH2OH with the whatever we call strong oxidizing agent like K2Cr2O7 in acid medium like H2SO4. I can write it as H plus also. I am going to get this RCHO, but this will again converted into RCOOH. Successive oxidation takes place, so end with this, not with this. If the secondary alcohol is at RCHOHR, the same reagent, then I am going to get RCO. Then this will undergo oxidation and I get RCOH. Primary alcohol gives the carboxylic acid with the same number of carbon in the alcohol, whereas here less number of carbon will be there. Splitting of this ketone will be there. I get less number of carbons compared to this. Say CH3, CHOH, CH3, but I get CH3, COH only, 2 carbon only. So less number will be there. Okay. Note on this properly.